Hello and welcome to my channel where we may be dazed, but we are not confused. We are going to do a Find Your Oasis reading for the sign of Aquarius. So the purpose of this reading is to offer some insight into a situation that may seem as if it is a little unclear. It may feel as if you don't have a lot of support, and among the support you do have, it may feel as if it is not adequate for your situation or circumstance. And so these are barren places that we can often find ourselves in. And when we find ourselves in these kinds of places, we can almost imagine a place that's like an oasis or a place of healing and integration where we can get some much needed reprieve and we can move forward stronger for the journey that we've had through this desert place and be replenished and refreshed so that we could continue on our journey. All right, we're going to take a look at why you feel like you're in a desert, what it feels like for you, what you can learn, what the guidance is to help you get on the path to finding your oasis, and what that oasis can feel like for you once you actually make it there. All right, Aquarius. So the energy that I have for you about why you feel as if you are in a desert place is that I feel like you're having to kind of retreat away from maybe some influences or some other environmental energies around you, because I just feel like you're elevating. I'm hearing the phrase, it's lonely at the top. And it's not so much, I feel that like you're making yourself to be above others, but I feel like you are growing on a personal and deeply spiritual basis in such a way that it's very difficult for you to continue in the environments that you usually do. And as a result of that, you might feel like you're kind of in a barren, lonely place. Like you are, you're the king or the queen of your own land, but it's an empty land because there's nobody there, because there's not a lot of people up to this point that you've been able to find that you can relate to, or that have been through some of the things that you've been through, that have had to make some of the sacrifices that you've had to make, that have had to make some of the lifestyle choices that you've had to make in order to try to be at your best. And by being at your best, I'm picking up strongly that this does not mean better than others. It means just your personal best. And that's different for everybody. And with this energy, this is an emperor energy. It's not gender specific. This could also apply to women as well. So I feel like in this space, it's like you are in a tower, in the mountains, and it's like your sanctuary. It's like you're opening to your spiritual source. And I'm picking up too, the story of Rapunzel being in a tower. And in order for people to come up to the tower, she had to let down her hair. And, that story was a little different because she was kind of trapped there against her will, or she just didn't know any better, rather. But in this situation, I feel like this is a self-imposed sanctuary that you're putting yourself in. And the hair for me is symbolic of wisdom, growth, your connection to your ancestors as you would see it in your lineage, or how your DNA was passed down. And I feel like you have done a lot of energy clearing. You've done a lot of personal work to kind of work through all of these different things. And as a result of that, the only way that people can get to you in the sense of being able to really relate is to do that same work on their own. And I feel like you're having difficulty finding people that are doing that. So what this feels like for you is, I feel like there's some energy of, people trying to maybe rush in, maybe tempt you with things that would kind of take you away from this self-imposed place of spiritual reprieve that you've been taking. I feel like it could be people that are, I don't want to say that they're necessarily trying to tempt you, but it's coming through as if it could just be people that might be intimidated or threatened by this new energy that you're taking on. I feel like that might be different than what you may have done before. And so as a result, it's making people react in such a way where they either are trying to come, aggressively towards you and call you out for it, almost, is what I'm picking up. There might be a grievance of some sort. And, sometimes that happens. Like sometimes when people make a decision to try to do better and be better, it causes problems for people who have become accustomed to us or whoever we are not doing better and being better. And it disrupts this balance that may have been imbalanced, but it was working for these individuals. And so sometimes you have that energy of people coming in and, maybe pointing a finger at you or, who do you think you are? Why is it that, you think you're so much better than everybody else? You used to do, this, and this with this passion and pleasure card here that's covering that. There could be some sort of, bringing up past behaviors that maybe you may not have been so proud of. And so that could be an energy that's coming in. And because of this, it's making you feel even like it's even more necessary to go deeper into this space, this barren space, this lonely space, and kind of, withdraw within yourself in order to better hear yourself and to better get an understanding of the growth that you want to see outside of the influences of others who may be uncomfortable by you making that type of progression. So the message about the lesson that you can learn here is the spiral. And this is the Mystical Shaman Oracle. I'm going to read it directly from the book so that we don't lose any of the message in translation. So the card you have is the spiral. The essence of this card is that from galaxies in the sky to diminutive shells at the beach, the spiral is found extensively in the natural world. Its shape in the form of a coiled serpent has been used since ancient times as a tool for growth and transformation. The spiral is a guide for entering deep into one's consciousness and the unknown, and then extending far out into the heavens. It is crucial to surrender to this journey until the exhausted paradigm dissolves in the depths of the psyche and its energy is released to give birth to a new reality. To renew yourself, you must shed your old skin. You have already done this, so do not keep scraping away at the old, but welcome the soft new skin that is starting to grow. Break the habit of working on your faults all the time and let nature take its course. Know that a new skin feels vulnerable and scary at times. Trust the medicine of the spiral as it guides your journey of renewal. The spiral announces a descent to the depths and a rebirth. Allow nothing to get in the way of this process, as the time is right and the forces of nature are supporting you in this endeavor. Using stones, twigs, or yarn to build a spiral on the ground that is large enough to walk through with at least 3 turns will be beneficial. Enter the spiral slowly. Once in the center, offer to the earth the feelings or situations that you no longer want in your life. As you walk back the way you entered, feel recharged for your new journey. All right. So the guidance for the feather that is representative of the type of guide that would be here to help you find your oasis. so that you could have some healing and integration in this is the Oriole. It says, a new creative venture is on the horizon. See it as a positive change. And the Oriole message says, Oriole is a vibrantly colored songbird that appears to hearken the first days of summer. The feathers are orange and black, reflecting a bright energy or sunshine quality associated with the longer, warmer days. Association with the sun symbolically represents happiness, light, success, positive energy, and new experiences. Oriole is also a weaver, creating a nest from plant fibers that is often hanging from forked branches. This messenger is thought to use its weaving skill to suspend time and travel through new doorways. This feather is symbolic of creative pursuits, new adventures, and projects. Orioles are always positive harbingers of what is new and positive coming into the light. Oriole Messenger alerts you that positive change is coming your way. You are being urged to embrace your connection to creativity and use it while you see opportunities ahead. This does not mean to focus solely on artistic output, but also to employ creativity in all aspects of your life. Weave new ideas and innovative thinking into any venture. The sun is shining upon you, ensuring success, happiness, and a positive outcome. This messenger also reminds you to pause and see pleasure in the simple things. Is your tendency to see the obstacles? Move past that now and see the bright path laid out before you. So the energies with this feather are happiness, new projects, and creativity. The element is air and fire. Colors are orange, yellow, and black. The affirmation is, my creativity and projects are blessed with golden light. So your Oasis card of what it would feel like for you to come to a place of peace and integration of all of this is, I am beautiful. So on the picture, there is a woman that is viewing herself in the mirror, and she is basking in her own glow and recognizing her own beauty and seeing who she is as she is in the mirror. Okay. So the card says, for the affirmation, when I look into the mirror today, I will smile and say, ta-da! I am beautiful because I am one of a kind. I am beautiful because I was made out of light. And I am beautiful because I am loved by the one who made me. All right. So looking back at this, it really feels, Aquarius, that you are in a space of really coming into your own power and taking authority over your own self and your own energies and finding sanctuary within your own spirituality, within your own personal growth. And you're really removing yourself from energies that might be leading you astray from that. It's not wrong to allow yourself to have some passion and pleasure or enjoy those things. But I feel like if it becomes out of balance and it starts to cause you issues in your life, that's when it's a good time to kind of take a step back, which is what I feel like you're doing. But in doing so, you may have triggered some of the disdain of people who have become very accustomed to you not being in your full power. And so I feel like the message that you're learning here is how to go deep within yourself and to just really understand on a deep personal level what makes you tick. What is your story? What is your family story, your ancestor story? So that you can get a full understanding of what's playing out in your life, so that you can take control over how you choose to show up for yourself in this world. And I feel like because you are doing that, it's leading you to a place where this is changing you fundamentally. And it's opening up doors for you to now take everything that you've learned about yourself and this sense of being comfortable seated within your own power within yourself to then go and create things that are going to be manifestations of that personal power that you already have within yourself. Now you can use that same energy to be creative and almost kind of showcase who you are and to kind of mimic the creative energies of the universe as you would see it in the spiral. You know, the spiral is supposed to be like how the universe creates things. And it's that creative impulse that it kind of has this spiraling nature. And I feel like your ability to stop and really hone in on what it is that is driving you at your source will help you to better be mindful of what it is that you are creating for yourself as you're living day to day, as you're interacting with others. You know, that spiral that you're creating that kind of ripples out. You know, once again, with you doing that, I feel like some people may be feeling that ripple effect, that you're no longer creating certain types of spirals that may not have been very balanced and helpful to your person. So in the end, you ultimately get to see yourself in the fullness of who you are and have a sense of satisfaction in not having to tear yourself apart, not always trying to see the flaws or the issues or the obstacles in yourself. You allow yourself to just be and to exist. And therefore, it allows you to be able to create beauty in the world because you view yourself as being beautiful. And therefore, you feel like there's nothing for you to do but to add more beauty just by existing, just by being who you are and showing up in the fullness of your personal power. All right, Aquarius, that is what I have for you, and I hope it was helpful for you. Thank you for joining me on this channel where we may be dazed, but we are not confused. Until the next video, bye-bye.